Imagine diving into a place so deep that sunlight never reaches it. A silent, dark, almost alien world. Now think about this. Over 80% of Earth's oceans remain unexplored. That means we know more about the surface of the moon than we do about the ocean floor. Strange, isn't it? It's in this unknown abyss that some of humanity's greatest mysteries arise. Sounds no one can explain. Massive formations that seem crafted by human hands. Creatures that look like they're straight out of a sci-fi movie, all hidden in the depths that few dare to visit. Take this example. In 1997, US Navy sensors picked up a sound so powerful it was detected over 5,000 kilometers away. They called it the bloop. To this day, there's no consensus on what caused it. Some scientists suggest it was ice breaking apart. Others believe it could have been a colossal animal. Now tell me, how can you not be curious about the idea of a gigantic creature hiding in the ocean? That's just a taste of what we'll explore together in this video. Get ready, because each dive in this journey will reveal secrets that defy logic and remind us that, despite all our technology, we're still small in the face of the vast blue expanse. Now, let me take you back to 1991. At the bottom of the Baltic Sea, between Sweden and Finland, a team of divers found something that seemed straight out of a sci-fi movie. On their sonar, a massive formation appeared, about 60 meters in diameter, shaped like a disc. Yes, you heard that right. A disc, as if it were a spaceship that had crashed into the ocean floor. The object became known as the Baltic Sea Anomaly, and since then, it has sparked heated debates. Some experts say it might just be a natural rock formation, shaped by thousands of years of glacial movement. Others swear it's not. The straight lines, angles, and even drag marks on the seabed suggest it was placed there intentionally. And it gets even stranger. According to the divers, their electrical equipment started malfunctioning when they got close to the anomaly. Cameras shut off on their own, compasses went haywire, almost as if there was some kind of magnetic field around the object. Tell me, doesn't that sound like a scene from the X-Files? To this day, no one has definitively explained what that structure is. The closest we've come is blurry sonar images and mysterious reports. Whether it's just a rock, an ancient lost human structure, or something even more extraordinary, it remains an enigma guarded by the icy waters of the Baltic. Now hold on to this. In 1960, two American researchers, Don Walsh and Jacques Picard, achieved something almost impossible. They descended to the Mariana Trench, the deepest known point in the ocean, nearly 11,000 meters down. To give you an idea, it's like placing Mount Everest upside down in the sea and still having room to spare. Imagine the pressure down there. But what's most striking isn't just the technological feat of the time. During their descent, they reported seeing something moving on the ocean floor. That's right, life in a place where the pressure is so extreme, it would crush an ordinary submarine. How can a living being survive such extreme conditions? And it doesn't stop there. Since then, modern machines have detected strange noises and images of creatures that seem to defy the rules of biology. Some recordings show beings with transparent bodies, enormous eyes, and shapes reminiscent of mythical monsters. With each new expedition, more unanswerable questions arise. Could the ocean floor be hiding species that would make the largest creatures we know seem small? It sounds like sci-fi, but it's pure reality. The Mariana Trench remains an almost inaccessible territory, full of secrets that could change everything we know about life on Earth. And every time someone ventures down there, they come back with more questions than answers. Picture this. You're sailing on the high seas, everything calm when suddenly, the ocean starts emitting a strange sound. No, it's not a sailor's tale. It's a real phenomenon. Over the past few decades, hydrophones scattered across the oceans have picked up low-frequency noises that still baffle scientists. One of them became famous, the so-called upsweep. It appears every spring and fall like a mysterious chant echoing through the Pacific. The source? No one knows for sure. Some believe it could be linked to underwater volcanic activity. Others think it's the shifting of tectonic plates. But the truth is, there's still no definitive explanation. Now, imagine if these sounds were actually produced by some creature we haven't yet discovered. Just thinking about it gives you chills. What's even more curious is that these noises are powerful enough to travel thousands of kilometers. It's as if the ocean itself has a voice, speaking in a language we can't decipher. Could we be hearing the flapping of wings from a colossal creature hidden in the depths, or perhaps the prelude to some natural phenomenon we don't yet understand? This sonic mystery shows that, even with all our satellite and supercomputer technology, the sea can still surprise us with almost poetic enigmas, and each recording opens the door to theories ranging from scientific to downright fantastical. Now get ready for something straight out of an adventure movie. Entire cities hidden beneath the sea. Yes, we're not talking about Atlantis, though the legend always looms when this topic comes up. In different parts of the world, divers and archaeologists have found submerged structures that seem to defy historical logic. One of the most famous examples is in Japan, the so-called Yonaguni ruins. Discovered in the 1980s, these formations lie about 20 meters underwater and resemble pyramids with steps, columns, and even what appears to be a staircase. Many geologists claim it's just a natural formation shaped by ocean currents. But let's be honest, the straight lines and perfect angles are so striking that it's hard not to think of human hands at work. And it's not just in Japan. In the Mediterranean Sea near Alexandria, Egypt, archaeologists have found remnants of temples and statues that sank after earthquakes and tsunamis. Imagine seeing Cleopatra's face carved in stone, now covered in corals with colorful fish swimming around. It's almost like walking through a museum lost at the bottom of the ocean. The question that lingers is, how many other forgotten cities are hidden beneath the waves waiting to be discovered? Each new structure found reminds us that humanity's history might be incomplete, and perhaps the answers lie underwater, not in libraries. Have you ever heard of ghost lights in the deep sea? No, we're not talking about pirate legends, but a real phenomenon called bioluminescence. Some deep-sea creatures can produce their own light, creating dazzling displays in a place where total darkness reigns. But here's the curious part. Some records have reported enormous lights, far larger than any known animal could emit. Picture this: submarine sensors detecting bluish flashes moving as if they were schools of fish, but with no visible fish. Fishermen's reports also mention entire patches of water glowing intensely, as if the ocean itself had turned on a spotlight. Scientists try to explain this as massive concentrations of luminous plankton, but is that really all there is to it? And there's more. Some underwater expeditions have reported seeing points of light moving in an organized manner, almost as if following a pattern. This raises that nagging question: could there be some colossal creature using light to communicate or hunt in groups? Just imagining it gives you goosebumps. Bioluminescence is one of nature's most fascinating tricks. But when it appears on a gigantic, inexplicable scale, it turns the sea into a stage for mysteries that make it seem like we're in a sci-fi movie. What if these ghost lights are signals of something we haven't even dreamed of discovering yet? Now think about this with me. What if the sea itself were hiding real monsters? No, we're not just talking about legends like the Kraken or Leviathan, but modern accounts that no one has been able to explain. One of the most intriguing cases comes from the coast of New Zealand, where fishermen swear they saw enormous tentacles emerging from the water, strong enough to rock mid-sized boats. Could they just be giant squid? Maybe. But the descriptions point to something far larger than any specimen ever documented. For context, the colossal squid recorded by scientists can reach up to 13 meters in length. Now imagine something 2 or 3 times bigger, lurking in the unexplored depths. It's almost like we're talking about marine dinosaurs still alive, camouflaged in the ocean's shadows. And it doesn't stop there. In 1934, off the coast of England, sailors reported seeing a sea serpent dozens of meters long, gliding near their ship. Similar accounts have popped up across different eras and places, always describing gigantic creatures that science has never managed to capture or prove. Now think, are these just illusions, exaggerations from tired fishermen, or clues to species that remain invisible to us? The ocean floor is so vast and unknown that if monsters truly existed, it would be the perfect hiding place. After all, who would dare explore every corner of that endless abyss? Now, imagine you're in a submarine and suddenly come across a road on the ocean floor. Sounds crazy, but in some parts of the ocean, Formations resembling human constructions have been recorded, with perfectly aligned stone blocks. One of the most famous cases is the so-called Bimini Road in the Bahamas. Discovered in the 1960s, it looks like a pavement made of giant rectangular stones, forming straight lines that stretch for hundreds of meters. Scientists still debate whether this is just a natural formation caused by cracks in limestone, or if it was actually built by a lost civilization. And of course, it didn't take long for the legend of Atlantis to be linked to the mystery. After all, it's not every day you find something that looks so much like a road underwater. What's even more curious, divers report that the road seems to lead to nowhere, as if it were an interrupted path or swallowed by the ocean over centuries. This only heightens the feeling that we're looking at an unfinished work or ruins buried by millennia of sea. It's impossible not to wonder how many other roads like this might be hidden in the depths. Could they be remnants of peoples who vanished without leaving records, or just geological quirks that by coincidence mimic human constructions? Whatever the answer, one thing is certain: the ocean floor holds secrets that make us question the very history of civilization. Now hold on to this. There are places in the ocean where compasses go completely haywire. One of the most famous is the Bermuda Triangle. Located between Miami, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda, this patch of the Atlantic gained worldwide fame due to mysterious disappearances of ships and planes. But what's even more intriguing is the strange behavior of navigation equipment. Many pilots report that compass needles start spinning aimlessly, as if being pulled by an invisible force. Scientists try to explain the phenomenon as natural magnetic variations of the Earth, which are supposedly more intense in this region. That makes sense, but it doesn't account for all the reports. After all, how do you explain the complete disappearance of entire vessels without wreckage or survivors, as if they were swallowed by the ocean? And it's not just the Bermuda Triangle. Other parts of the world, known as anomalous zones, exhibit similar behavior. This fuels the boldest theories, from portals to other dimensions to secret tests of advanced technology. It sounds like fiction, but the reports keep piling up from different times and sources. Now, imagine being a sailor on the high seas and suddenly seeing all your instruments fail without explanation. The panic must be immediate. Mysteries like this remind us that, even in the era of satellites and GPS, there are still places on the map where science doesn't have all the answers. After all this, it's clear. The ocean floor is like a giant safe full of secrets locked tight. Mysterious sounds no one can explain, formations that look like human constructions, creatures resembling legendary monsters, lost cities, and even places where the laws of physics seem to malfunction. It's almost like we're looking at another planet, but it's right here, covering more than 70% of our world. What's most fascinating is thinking that with every dive, new questions arise. If we've already discovered fossils of unimaginable creatures from the past, who's to say some of them aren't still alive, hidden in places we've never managed to explore? The ocean might just be Earth's last frontier, a space where science, imagination, and mystery go hand in hand. Now think with me, will we ever manage to unravel all these enigmas? Or will the sea keep guarding its secrets, laughing at our human curiosity? Maybe it's precisely this mystery that makes it so fascinating. After all, if everything had an explanation, where would the magic of discovery be? So which of these mysteries impressed you the most? The bloop, the Baltic Sea anomaly, or the legends of sea monsters? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like the video, share it with that curious friend, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next dives into incredible stories.